the Chiefs defense was bound to regress some positively back to the mean. I think some better personnel decisions are being made. Some guys are getting healthier. I've mentioned all year they just need to have small wins, and the small wins are going to pay off. And they're getting small wins across the board at all three levels. I think the Chiefs defense, I'm optimistic about it in terms of being like just poor or bad instead of downright horrible and historically bad. Am I expecting it to be like an average defense the rest of the way? No. Granted, with that said, did you see the data, the snap splits, the on-offs, where without Dan Sorensen on early downs,
Yep.
the Chiefs defense has been average, which correlation's not always causation. But with that said, there's a clear, I think, difference when he's on the field. The only time I noticed him against Green Bay was when he gave up a touchdown. Long story short, the pass rush, I think Melvin Ingram played well, all things considered, in his first game. Chris Jones on the inside definitely helps. Frank Clark, man, we as in everybody, media fans alike, even nationally, Frank Clark has been pretty solid this year. He's had some good games. He's had some very good moments when healthy, and it's not a huge sample size. He's finally stringing together some good games in a row. Frank Clark has been good. Is he getting paid to be just good? No, he's getting paid to be elite. But that changes things for the Chiefs. Chris Jones on the inside changes things for the Chiefs. Melvin Ingram changes things for the Chiefs. Frank Clark being healthy is the major difference maker there, I think. It kind of allows the other dominoes to fall. With that said, I think the Chiefs defense can keep up what they're doing or close to it. Obviously, they're not going to hold teams below 20 points or anything like that, but the general level of play, there's a lot less, I think, to be worried about right now at this very moment than the offense.
What do we have to do so that 49 and 56 don't trot onto the field in third and long situations for
And
God knows what reason?
That is the reason why when you ranked Spags number one in terms of blame, I cannot defend that. Like, the personnel decisions all year have been objectively bad. You can't do that. Like, I get 56 knows, quote unquote, knows where to be.
I don't care.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It doesn't matter if they know where to be, if they can't do it. Sorensen is just completely, utterly struggling. 56 hasn't been as bad this year as I expected him to be. With that said, there are three superior options to him.
Yeah.
One who's an athletic linebacker who could be in that, dime role. I'm just going to kind of stop in my tracks. I don't want to get myself in trouble. With that said, Connor, go ahead and pick back up where you left off.
I mean, I think it's so frustrating to watch that when out of all the problems the Chiefs have this year, this one's just the easiest to fix and they're just refusing to do it. So I think if they do that, if they finally, for some reason, next week is the week that they choose not to play 49-56, you said optimistic. I'm going to say cautiously optimistic because these last 2 weeks where they've been performing better, people like to lump in the second half of the Titans game. I don't care about that. They were down 27-3 and the Titans didn't pass in the fourth quarter of that game. I don't care that they held them to no points in the second half. The Titans literally packed it in and the Chiefs still on offense couldn't do anything. But the last two games, they've at least done what you would want them to do against poor offense, the Packers offense being poor with Jordan Love. And then the Giants, who are okay. They're not even like poor. They're just They're just, and they were missing a lot of offensive players too that night. So it's just like, I don't know how I can feel about this defense. I think of anything on the defense, I do feel good about the defensive line because I know Melvin Ingram can play. I believe in Frank Clark just looking better, period. I don't know how well he'll do against better competition, but he'll at least be better. His last two games for the Chiefs, for him, were better than any last year, graded by PFF. So, I mean, I believe in that, at least that he's beating up on some offensive linemen that aren't great. So I think last game was against Elton Jenkins for the most part, who's actually good. So he still did pretty well. And then Chris Jones going back to the inside. It's like, how can you not believe in him when he's probably your best piece on defense? So I'm cautiously optimistic, but the Cowboys and Raiders will show us more where this defense is at, because it's week 10.
Yeah.
Whatever they show in the next few weeks is probably going to be them. And we'll have to see what that is. So right now, do I feel better about them than the offense? Actually, I don't, because I trust Patrick Mahomes to figure this out. And so the offensive line's good. And if CH comes back, I think they have a easier path to being good than the Chiefs defense does.